So, alright, guys. Today we'll be looking at Pearson correlation coefficient. How to find the correlation between variables using Pearson correlation coefficient. We are aware that we also have some other form of correlation, but in this video, what we are showing us is Pearson correlation coefficient, how to calculate it. And in this video now, we'll be using two different methods to find the relationship between x and y. Now, as we all know that correlation of plus 1 means that the relationship between the variables are positively strong, while 0 means that there is no relationship, no correlation at all between the variables, while -1 stands for correlation, which is a negative strong relationship between variables. They are moving in opposite direction. So now let's look at the first method. Say first method. Now the formula we're now going to employ here is R subscript xy, because xy is the variables we are trying to find the correlation, equals to summation. We have a x, summation x, summation s subscript I minus x bar into bracket y subscript I minus y bar divided by the square root of summation s subscript I minus x bar raised to power 2 multiplied by summation y subscript I minus y bar raised to power 2. So this is the formula we are going to use in this method. Now, what it is telling us that each value of x here, we're going to subtract it from the mean of x, which means before we can even do anything, we need the mean of x and we also need the mean of y. Now, the mean of x is given as, we have x bar equals to summation x divided by n. Now, this is equals to our summation x. What is our summation x? From this x column, we add up all this value together in order to get our x. If you add this 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7 plus 10, all this is going to give us 31. Therefore, our summation x equals to 31. So, same thing, we have summation y. Our summation y equals to 9 plus 10 plus 3. You add up all this column, and this will definitely give us 77. Therefore, our summation x equals to 31. 31 divided by, what is our n? Our n is number of observation, which is how many observations do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can see we have 6 rows. Therefore, our number of observation is just 6. N equals to 6. Then we have 6, and this will definitely give us 31 divided by 6 will give us 5.17. So we've gotten the mean of x. Now we need the mean of y, and the mean of y should be y bar equals to summation y divided by n, summation y over n, and this will be equals to our summation y. Already we've gotten 77, so we have 77 divided by 6. Our n, which is the number of observations, still remains 6. So this is equals to 77 divided by 6 will definitely give us 12.83, approximate in 2 decimal points. Now, this formula now for the first part here, we have x subscript I minus x bar. Now we need to form the column for that, saying x subscript I minus x bar. And what does this stand for? This means that we have x subscript I minus, what is our x bar? Our x bar is 5.7. At least 5.17 rather. Now, what this is telling us is that we're going to subtract each value of x in this column. you can see this is the column of x. Each value of x in this column from minus 1.7, subtract 5.17 from each value of column of x here, and that is what I wrote here, which is xi minus 5.17. Therefore, the value of x in the first box here is 1. So we have 1 minus 5.17, and that will give us minus 4.17. The value of x here is 3. 3 minus 5.17, and that will give us minus 2.17. Now the next column will give us minus 1.17. The next column will give us 0.83. The next box will give us 1.83, and the last box here will give us 4.83. You remember how we got this column? That is, each box here minus 5.17. Like for example, 10 minus 5.17 give us this. 7 minus 5.17 give us the answer there. Now the other part here is yi minus y bar, y subscript I minus y bar. And what this means that y subscript I minus the value of the mean of y here is 12.83. So that's going to be minus 12.83. We'll subtract each value of y in this column from minus 12.83, and definitely that will give us 9 minus 12.83. That will give us minus 3.83. 10 minus 12.83, we have minus 2.83. The other column will give us 0.17. The other column is 1.17. The other column is 3.17, and the last column here is 2.17. You remember, each value in this column minus the mean of y, which is 12.83. We've already gotten it here. Give us all the value here. So the last value of y is 15. So we say 15 minus 12.83. We have 2.17. Now from this formula, you can see that what we have here is this the derivation of x multiplied by the derivation of y. So we are going to multiply these two together in order to get exactly what we have at the denominator here. So our next column is going to be summation, let's say x minus x bar into bracket y minus y bar. That is, each value of this column, we are going to multiply it to the corresponding value of this column here. So which is this multiplied by this will give us this box. This multiplied by this box will give us this. This multiplied by this will give us this. This multiplied by this will give us this. So let's see. Minus 4.17 multiplied by minus 3.83. This will give us 15.97. Here we're going to have 6.14. Here we're going to have 0.20, 0.97, 5.80, approximate into 2 decimal points, and that's when it says 10.48. So we'll multiply this box multiplied by this box will give us this times this give us this, and that's how we'll do with the last part here. Now we need summation. That is, adding all this up, what are you going to have? Summation of the entire value here, that is 15.97 plus 6.14 plus minus 0.20 plus 0.97. What we have? This we have 39.16. So this column here has already satisfied our numerator. Now we need to go back to the denominator. In the denominator part, we have summation x subscript I minus x bar. What this means that, and this is our x minus x bar. This column of x minus x bar, we're going to square it, and we also have xi minus x bar raised to power 2. You can see that xi minus x bar raised to power 2. Each value of this column here, we are going to square it, and that is going to give us exactly what we have here. So minus 4.17 square will give us 17.39. Minus 2.17 square will give us 4.71. So we continue squaring each value here and write the corresponding value in this box. So the next one is going to be 1.37. The next one is 0.69. The next one 3.35, and the last one here will give us 23.33. Now we need summation of this box now. Summation x minus x bar. That is, we are going to add all these columns together, and what are we going to get there? 70.39 plus 4.71 plus this plus this plus this, and plus the last value here. Everything will give us 50.84. Now the other part, which is y minus y bar square. So the square of this y minus y bar, we're going to square each value in this box here, and that will give us the last value in this column. So it's minus 3.83 raised to power 2, and that will give us 14.67. minus 2.83 raised to power 2 will give us 8.01. So if you continue that way, we keep on getting here. We're going to have 0.01. That is 0.17 square. Then we'll approximate it to 2 decimal point. That's why 0.01. So the next one will be 1.37. The next one will give us 10.05, and the last one will give us 4.71. Also, we need the summation of this. And it's adding the whole list together will give us what? We have 14.67 plus 8.01. So if you keep on adding everything together here, we're going to have 38.82. Now, since we already formed the table is the live wire of this formula. Now we're not going to substitute each summation of what we've gotten here into the corresponding, the right places here. So our formula, which is r x subscript to y equals to, we have summation xi minus x bar multiplied by y bar minus yi minus y bar, and this is exactly what we've done in this table, and our value here is 39.16. So we have 39.16. So it will give us divided by, the square root of summation xi minus x bar. This is xi minus x bar. Everything we're adding, we got 50.84. So we have 50.84 multiplied by that of y minus y by square, and y minus y by square from here give us 38.82. So we have 38.82. Therefore, this is going to give us 39.16 divided by square root. Multiply this by this, we're going to have 1973.61. So the next column will give us, we have 39.16 divided by the square root of 1973.61. That will give us 44.43. So divide this by this, this 39.16 divided by this, definitely we're going to have our r x of the y will give us 0.88. Now our value, the relationship between x and y is positive 0.88. So if I approximate it to 1 decimal point, this is 0.9, which is very close to 1. What do we say about this relationship? We say there is strong relationship. There is a strong relationship between x and y. X and y. It's a strong relationship. But what kind of relationship? Positive. So there is a strong relationship between x, between variable x and variable y. So this is the first method we to show us. Now we move to the second method of solving Pearson correlation coefficient. Say second method, or method 2. So in this method now, the formula we are going to employ is we have half x substitute y equals to n summation xy. We are used to this formula, summation x summation y divided by square root of n summation x square minus summation x all square. We bracket it, open another bracket, n summation y square minus summation y all square. We bracket it. So this is the formula we're going to use in this second method of solving Pearson correlation coefficient. Now, in this case now, our n remain 6. We still have n number of observation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like we did earlier, our summation x here says summation x equals to 31. Adding all this, summation y equals to, adding all this together, we have 77. Now, this is summation x, summation y. Now we need a column that satisfies summation x, y. So we have a x, y. And what do we mean by this xy? This column, we are going to get it from the product of these two columns, x and y. We multiply each value of x with corresponding value of y, and we have 1 times 9 will give us 9, 3 times 10 will give us 30. This multiplied by this, 52, 84, 112, 150. You multiply each value here with corresponding value in the other side there. So now we need the summation xy. Adding all this value together, 9 plus 30 plus 52 plus 84 plus 112 plus 150, and this will definitely give us 437. So this is our summation xy. Now if you look at the formula again, we need, this is x squared, so we need to find the square x squared, to find the square of x in this table. So, and for us to get this, we're going to square each value in this column. 1 square 1, 3 square 9, 4 square 16, 36, 49, 100. So we need summation x squared, and summation x squared is the addition of all this number here, and this will give us 211. Then the other side, summation x is already here. We also need y squared, and y squared we have y squared. We'll multiply each value in this column of y in order to get y squared, and 9 squared will give us 81, 10 squared will give us 100, 13 squared will give us 169, the next 196, 2, this will be 256, 225, that is 15 squared, 225. Now we need summation y squared, addition of all this value in this column together, and that will give us 1027. All right, so now we're not going to pick this summation here and slot it into the appropriate corresponding appropriate region here. So now we have our x of y equals to our n, our number of observations still remains 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we have 6 multiplied by summation xy, and our summation xy here is 437 into bracket minus, let me open another bracket, summation x from here is 31 multiplied by summation y, and summation y here is 77, all divided by square root square root, so n, and our n here is 6, multiplied by summation x squared. The summation x squared here is 211, so we have 211 minus summation x is 31, so we have 31 square, bracket this, then open another bracket, n, which is 6, multiplied by summation y squared. Summation y squared is 1027, so 1027 into brackets minus summation y squared, and our summation y is 77. Therefore, put this 77 square, close bracket. Alright, this is equals to, this will lead us to the next step here. So if we multiply 6 by 437, this is going to give us 2622 minus 31 times 77, and that will be 2387. So divided by square root of 6 times 211, that will give us 1266 minus 31 squared. 31 squared is 961. So into bracket. Now this other side, open another bracket. 6 times 1027, that will give us 6162 minus the square root of 77. The square root of 77 will give us 5929. So our next step here now is 2622 minus 2387. And what are we going to get here? Definitely this is going to give us 235 divided by 1266, or there's the square root first, the square root. Now 1266 minus 961, this will be 305 into bracket, another bracket, say 6162 minus 5923, this will give us 233. So this will lead us to the next step, that is 235 divided by the square root of 305 multiplied by 233. That will give us 71065. 71065. So now we have 235 divided by the square root of 71065 into 2 decimal points is going to give us 266.58. Now divide this by this, we are going to have our substitute x of y will give us 0.88, which is not different from the answer we got initially in the first method. Let's see, the first method we got 0.88, and here our second method we still got 0.88, and this denotes positive strong relationship. That's how to interpret it. If the relationship, if our answer is positive 1, this denotes positive relationship, and any other value that is close to 1 is still strong. Now if our correlation is 0, that means no relationship, and if we have minus 1, this is still this is a negative strong relationship, while this one is positive strong relationship. The positive one means that there is a strong relationship between the two variables and they are moving in the same direction. While 0 means no relationship at all, then here we have minus 1. It means there is negative strong relationship between the two variables, but in this case they are moving in opposite direction. So any value that is close to 1 is strong. Any value that is close to 0 is weak. And if you now have 0 at point, that means no relationship at all. So in our next video, we're going to show you how to find the correlation using Spearman rank. Thank you for watching.